This is their moment to samba. This summer will be their carnival. Show your American spirit. The official online shop at USA Swimming. Exclusively at swimoutlet.com.
It's I've never come east or never come west east for a meet before, so that was kind of weird. It's the first time, but it is what it is. And I think one of the biggest things, I hate going 52. I hate it. I spent a whole year doing it last year, and it's just frustrating.
Michael Phelps is our sport's biggest ambassador, but that comes with a lot of responsibility. Aside from the dumb questions I ask him, trying to create media for people who might not be as familiar with swimming as swimmers, Phelps answers a lot of boneheaded questions. Thankfully, he's patient, even mid-season, when swimming is not the funnest sport. If you're a developing swimmer, watch this. Watch the greatest ever working through the mid-season grind when you're training your hardest, trying to get up and race.
I mean, it's a race. We have a couple more meets but before we really need to get down to it. And, the biggest thing for me is just, when your body's under pressure, being able to make sure you do the right things. And we're probably not the peppiest that we could be, feeling-wise, but that doesn't matter. I think it's just, like I said, practicing doing all the little small things right, because when you are in a position where you are under a lot of pressure and a lot of stress, your bad habits are going to come out, and that's something that kind of frustrates me.
Phelps, of course, won the 100-meter butterfly at the Orlando Pro Swim, but was frustrated with his 52. He loves being sub-52 in season.
If I would have been under 52, I would have been pumped. If I would have been, 51 mid, 51 high, I would have been really happy.
Phelps has never gone sub-52 in the 100-meter butterfly this early in the season. He has gone sub-52 10 weeks from his taper meet, but that's it. Something tells me going 52 right now is actually more impressive than past seasons. Everything that we're hearing is that he's working harder than ever.
As soon as I got out, I texted Bob with some frustration, and his response was, the swimming is fine, it's just your kind of the small things you need to pay attention to a little bit more, and I think he's 100% right. It's some of the butterfly sets that I've done over the last 4 to 5 weeks have been really good. I've been really, really pleased with.
Phelps has it dialed in training-wise. This is no big surprise. Very interesting. He can typically guess his times in practice by feel to the 10th.
I'm usually pretty good at ballparking. We have one of our assistant coaches that actually gets frustrated how close I am with, like this past week when Bob was at women's Pac-12s. I literally was like, oh, I think we did like 50s with fins, and I was like, oh, that was probably like 18.5. And he was like, dude, this is ridiculous. He was like, you were 18.4. And it was like multiple, like I did like 4 or 5 times throughout the workout, and he's like, it doesn't make sense. I was like, this is my life. Do you not get it? I was like, I've been doing this for how many years? I know exactly what it feels like to go. Like I know the time that I'm going just by the feel.
The takeaway from the Orlando Pro Swim, 52 in the 100-meter butterfly, is a marker for Michael Phelps. He knows what he has to do at the end of the season to reach his goal times. I think getting under Crocker's 50.4 textile is a small goal, and I still think going to best time in the 100 fly, sub 49.8, is on his radar. My prediction still stands. I think Phelps goes sub 50 seconds in Omaha in the 100-meter butterfly, but I don't think he gets under his personal best of 49.8. What do you think?
Somebody sent me a picture of the record board the other day, and I just started laughing because I remember some of those swims that I had here, 12 years ago, I remember making my first senior national cut here in the summertime. My junior nationals in like 98, 99.